This is Afternoon Sports Slay with the Queen, Micah K. Now remember, I'm doing this for the love of the game. If you are new to my channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit the like button and definitely hit the notification bell. Make sure you are sharing and commenting. This is another major fight night, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, really major. History, legacy is on the line, ladies and gentlemen. All my slayers and slayettes. We have Jermell Charlo versus Brian Castano. And make sure you check out that info card. Now, if you know how I do it, I give out the background information first, then the Queen gives her analysis, then I give you the real juice, my prediction. Let's get into it. Now, this the background information first. The source is by DAZN by Matt Atsbury. Okay, Jermell Charlo and Brian Castano go head to head for the undisputed super welterweight title in San Antonio. The WBA, WBC, and IBF super welterweight champion Jermell Charlo faces WBO champion Brian Castano at the AT&T Center, with the winner firmly cementing himself as the #1 fighter at 154 pounds. Okay, now let's transition into the juice. Let's get into the analysis. We are going to start off with Brian Castano. His last two fights were against Patrick Teixeira, Wale Amatosa, and the significant fight with Laura. Excuse the pronunciations if that is incorrect. Now let's get into the real tea, the juice. Let's get into the breakdown. Castano, right out the gate, is definitely a pressure fighter. He will come at you and definitely utilize the jab. Brian has nice quick hands. Brian can punch from all angles, has nice explosiveness and aggressiveness. Very active fighter with a high volume of punches. Let me repeat that again. He is a very active fighter with a high volume of punches. Now, Castano can definitely unleash a combination of punches on his opponent. Has nice sneaky right and lefts that he slips in from time to time. Now, you know, if the Queen looking down, she's looking at her handy dandy notes. I'm here to deliver for you. Now, Brian has good accuracy at times. Brian has good strength in his right hand. The key factor about Brian is his toughness. He's relentless and his will to win. Can move in and out pretty well, okay? Has good stamina, can go 12 rounds, and very good energetic fighter. Now, let's get into what I'm looking for from Brian. Excuse me if you hear a little audio tap right there. Now, what I'm looking for from Brian. So Brian is definitely willing to get hit, to impose his will on you, but he leaves his face open too much at times to me. I would like to see more head movement from Brian, and his defense has to be exceptional going up against Jermell Charlo. Now, example, when Castano fought Wale needed to utilize the jab more, plus make the necessary adjustments to be in position to control the fight more, dealing with a pressure fighter like Brian. However, Jermell will do this, ladies and gentlemen. Jermell will have an excellent game plan strategically and utilize the jab properly. Now let's transition to Jermell Charlo's analysis. Let's get into the juice with him. Now, the thing that always stands out to me with Jermell Charlo, okay, and just other boxers, to me more than other boxers, excuse me, the thing that stands out to me with Jermell Charlo more than other boxers at times is Jermell's stamina and conditioning is always excellent. That is very key. Now, sometimes that gets overlooked in boxers' attributes, especially the ability to last and be durable. And I feel like with Jermell, he definitely is very durable and he definitely has the ability to last time and time again. Now, my breakdown is just a review, mostly with little extra notes, because I've done several analysis on Mel already. Make sure you tap in because I've definitely done predictions with Mel. Okay, you can go back for all my true boxing fans that just love to hear boxing analysis and predictions. Now, Mel has excellent speed and size. Mel shows you a variety of different punches in different ways. Charlo's jab, once again, is excellent. Uppercuts with the left and the right. Hooks and his angles are good. Now, slayers and slayettes. He has bounce. What does that mean? You know the queen loves bounce. That means he has excellent athleticism. His athleticism is on point. Plus, his ability to make the necessary adjustments in the ring at the right time. Mel also has a high IQ. Mel has power in both hands too. Really good head movement. Mel is really an overall just an outstanding boxer. Okay, now what I'm looking for from Jermell is to make sure that he is keeping his composure, discipline, and that he don't, basically don't let his anger, the emotions get the best of him, and follow the game plan through. Now let's get into my prediction. Let's get into the prediction. Let's get into the real juice, the tea, the thick of things, okay? Now, before I give you my prediction, though, let's get into some Slay key points really quickly. Now, if Brian can stay aggressive, listen to this, and take Charlo's hits, this could be a classic. Make sure you guys are flowing with me, because sometimes, you're not following the queen. You got to really listen to the analysis so you can be able to debate, to see, really pay attention to what the queen is saying. Let's repeat that again. Now, if Brian can stay aggressive and take Charlo's hits, this could be a classic. That's an if, because you never know in boxing. That's what makes boxing so good. Okay, you never know. The fight that is very significant to me is when Brian Castano fought Lara. Okay, pay close attention to that fight. Brian fought a good fight, but it showed that when Brian comes forward, he leaves himself open, too open. Once again, I've already addressed that. That's dangerous dealing with a fighter like Charlo, who already has the height and reach advantage, plus has more mobility. Okay, the athleticism is there to me more than Lara. Okay, this is one of the reasons why I have Brian losing. Charlo has the power, the skill set, once again, the athleticism to dominate Brian. Now, let's get into some other things. To me, there's always a turning point in a boxer's career that takes them to the next level, slayers and slayettes. I believe with Jermell, it was the 2 fights against Tony Harrison. Charlo, to me, gained even more knowledge, mental strength, and focus after fighting Harrison. FYI, Harrison versus Charlo fights are some of my favorite fights of this era. Salute to Tony Harrison, Detroit all day, every day. You already know what it is. I feel like Harrison did an excellent job promoting that fight, and he did very good, just fighting. It was really good. It was the juice. And Harrison, to me, has always been an excellent boxer, in my opinion. Now, let's get into some other things, especially the promotion. I just wanted to say that promotion was top tier with the press conferences. Oh my goodness, it was so good. And another example that I could give you guys is definitely in Canelo's career after he fought Floyd. That's my opinion. Now, lastly, let's get into the tea before I really give you, the juice of the prediction. Lastly, Jermell has gotten stronger, quicker. Everything is flowing perfectly at the right time for him, okay? So I'm predicting. Y'all ready for the prediction? Are you ready for the queen's prediction? You ready? Okay, here I go. The queen had to make y'all wait a little bit for the prediction. Okay, like I said, here we go. So I'm predicting Jermell Charlo is going to knock out Brian Castano between rounds 5 through 7. All my slayers and slayettes, how are you feeling? Give me your prediction. Let me know how you feel about the fight and how it's going to go. It is okay if we disagree. Now, if you are new to my channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that like button, and definitely hit the notification bell. Now, let me tell you what the queen has going on right now too. There is merchandise on sale. I keep saying merchandise. I gotta say that right, okay? There's t-shirts available on sale for $25. You can see I have the shirt on right now. It's greatness on the collar. The logo is at the bottom as well. In the back it has words, slayers and slayettes, with the logo too. Now you can see this and find this. I will be promoting it on my Instagram page at MK Sports Slay. Also, you can connect with me through Twitter at MK Sports Slay. I have a Facebook page, but that is something that I'm working on to update. But you can still hit me up on there too, and it's at Micah Kristen, and then the business page is at Micah K. I will have a business email address shortly for those who are very serious about supporting the queen. You will be able to email me through there as well. Once again, you see the t-shirts are on sale for $25. You will be able to cash at me. Serious people only who are supportive. We're not doing no play. If you come in my DMs on some trash, you will be getting blocked. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, all my slayers and slayettes, I told you, all my true supporters, make sure you stay patient with me. The queen is working on things behind the scenes. The audio is going to get better. The lighting, you will see a new setup. The podcast, once again, is coming soon. So be on the lookout. Make sure you tap in. Make sure you are patient with the queen. It is only going to get better with time, okay? And once again, subscribe, like, make sure you hit that notification bell so you can see when videos are dropping. Make sure you are sharing and commenting with others. Have you did your job? Have you supported the queen? Have you told a friend? And then have you told another friend about Afternoon Sports Slay? Because it's only up from here, okay? You already know what it is. It's the Queen Micah K, and this is Afternoon Sports Slay.